fact is that in the last few years, while we've been sitting on our hands, in Germany, they created 280,000 new jobs in alternative and renewable energy. In Germany today, you all have heard, you've heard for years about the great automobile industry of Germany, Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and so forth. Well, guess what? Today, the biggest sector of the German economy is alternative and renewable fuel. It has supplanted automobiles. They get it. They know where the future is. China, building thousands of kilometers of high-speed rail. I rode on a high-speed rail in China a few months ago from Beijing to Tianjin. I'm used to Amtrak up in Massachusetts, which goes like this, you know, as it tries to get from here to there in a straight line. And I wouldn't dare put a glass of water on my table and leave it alone. But the steward came up, put a glass of water, and I said, "Wait." He said, "No, don't worry about that. We're going 200 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen, passing every car on the road, and I'm looking at the glass of water and it's barely moving. You telling me we can't do that?" We don't even talk about it. We're talking about trying to save Amtrak, let alone build the highway speed rail of the future of the country. In Shanghai, Speaker Pelosi, who talked to you earlier, she rode on a train that goes 300 miles an hour. Maglev, from the airport to downtown Shanghai. So we have to get in this game. We have to rebuild America. And I want to rebuild it in ways that don't just have us rebuilding the roads and the tunnels and the subway systems that our grandparents built for us. I want to build the future for our children so they can look at us and say, our parents got it, and they understood how. The New Deal was daring, and it helped to lift America from the depths of depression in the 1930s. And the Marshall Plan was daring, and it helped to rebuild even the countries of our enemies during World War II. And it rebuilt Europe, and it created democracies that are peaceful today because it was a big idea. And the Pentagon's ARPANET was a big idea for the security of the United States, and now the internet is all over the world, and there are countless jobs and benefits to companies and to people. For nearly half a century, this country was willing to bear any price, to pay any price, or bear any burden, if you recall the words of that son of Massachusetts, President Kennedy. Pay any price or bear any burden in order to do what we needed to do. That's what we did. And I'll tell you this, we need to step up. This may be our last chance to define what we are going to leave as a legacy. And I think it is critical. We cannot drill and burn our way out of this crisis. We don't have invest and invent our way out of this. And if we do that smart, we're going to create jobs all across this nation that cannot be exported. We will be stronger. Our future will be stronger. Our national security, our health, our jobs. How many times in public life do you get a 3-for or a 4-for benefit out of one decision? This is one of those moments. Let's grab it. We need your help. Let's make it happen.